All right, guys, so welcome to Things Close Readers Do. And that might seem like a little weird, but things that close readers do are things that we do as readers when we read difficult text to make it easier for us to understand. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to talk to you about 11 things that close readers do, all right, to make sure they understand text as they read. Okay, the first thing is they get the gist, which you're already doing. You work to get a quick summary of the section that you just read, whether or not that's a whole article or individual paragraphs or a chapter of a book like we're doing for a long walk to water. Okay. The next thing you do is cite text evidence, which is you say in the book, it says blah, 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 because the only way you can prove something is to have a quote or an example from the text. The next thing is to reread. You should reread all the time. It helps you understand better, and there's never anything, and you'll always learn something new when you reread a section, especially if it's a difficult section. Annotate. Annotate's really important. You may highlight things that are super important. You may underline dates or key information or things that will help you get the gist together. Annotation is crucial, and each person has their own way of annotating. Another thing to do is use the context clues to figure out word meanings. We talked about that when we were referring to inferences. So same things for words. If you see a word, you're not sure what it means, you can use the context clues around it to figure out what that word means. Use details from the text to make inferences. The same thing we practiced earlier this year. You're going to again use those details, those context clues to make educated guesses about the text and what's coming up in the section. And then finally, you're going to answer text-dependent questions, okay? Which means these questions are dependent upon whether or not you read and understand the text. And that'll help you kind of bring your thinking together all as one. You'll also pay attention to text structure. We talked about A Long Walk to Water, how the text structure is different for Naya's story, right? The Naya has that gold font and Salva has the regular font you're used to when you're reading books, and you may see that in poetry. You may see italicized things or gaps. All that text structure matters. And then we want you to consider author's purpose and perspective. Why is the author writing this? What information are they trying to get across to you? What's their perspective on what they're trying to present in the article or in the book? And then finally, consider how the word choice contributes to the mood, tone, and meaning. Okay, so that means when they select different words or describe the setting or characters use different words, how does that influence the mood, the tone, and the meaning of the section and book and article that you're reading? Okay, I believe I got them all. All right, so we are good. That is things that close readers do.